Hi there! So I recently bought the M1 MacBook Air for my daughter and I was so confused between buying this one or the MacBook Air M2. But let me say this straight up, save your money and get the M1 MacBook Air till it's available. For those who don't know, this variant was launched in 2020 and the new MacBook Air M2 was launched this year, 2022. Of course, it's an upgrade in almost every way. It has a little better performance, it's got the new MagSafe charger that everyone loves, a new flat design, even a new better webcam. It's got a slimmer bezel on the display, but sadly it has a notch on the top, which personally if you ask me, I truly hate. But the price difference between these two laptops is pretty huge. Now I got this M1 MacBook Air for just 86,900. Well, the MacBook Air M2 is for 1,19,900. So that's about 33,000 price difference. And if you ask me, the performance, the battery life and the user experience are actually pretty identical. Now this ain't a comparison video, but more of a first-hand hands-on user experience, so you can decide if you should buy the MacBook Air M1 or not. Let's begin. So the MacBook Air M1 is actually a 4-year-old design, which isn't a bad thing. It looks absolutely stunning, and of course it's got that iconic wedge-shaped design with 0.43 inch on the thickest end and 0.16 inch on the thinnest end. In fact, I love it. The downward slide makes it even more convenient while typing, something you'll truly miss on the M2. It weighs just 1.29 kilograms, so that's really important. Makes it extremely portable. The best part is the weight distribution. It definitely feels lighter than it even sounds. Comes with 2 USB Thunderbolt ports on the left and 1 headphone jack on the right. Yep, that's it. So you're going to need dongles for almost everything. Card reader, USB-A pen drives, HDMI out. But get used to that. All recent MacBook Airs will need it. In fact, the biggest problem could be that when you charge this laptop, one USB port will be occupied. There'll be only one port to spare. But again, MacBook Air is designed for light to medium workflow, so it should suffice for everyone. But still, that's something to keep in mind. Now, coming to the keyboard. It comes with scissor switch mechanism, which has excellent travel. It's easily one of the best laptop keyboards, hands down. They're backlit, which help you type in dark lit situations. You can also dim it down further or simply turn it off completely while watching a movie to reduce distraction. It's nice to see a fingerprint scanner to unlock on the top right. Also very fast and responsive. You can authorize app downloads too, which are really helpful. Now MacBooks have the best trackpads and this Force Touch trackpad doesn't disappoint. Multi-touch gesture support, precise and responsive. Alright, coming to the display. 13.3 inch IPS display with a resolution of 2560 by 1600 pixels. With 227 ppi, it's super sharp and crisp. The color reproduction is almost flawless. Supporting P3 color gamut, it's vivid, punchy. It has a peak brightness of 400 nits and the viewing angles are amazing. Didn't notice any shift of color or tones. Now if you're someone who loves to watch movies on your laptop, this is going to be a treat. Adding to the experience are the amazing speakers. Apple surely knows how to engineer impressive audio for laptops. It's loud with great audio separation. Sadly, it lacks the punch that we get on the Pro MacBooks, but that's kind of expected as you're paying a premium for those laptops. The bezels are not the thinnest, but not too thick either. The top bezel is a little more noticeable and houses the 720p webcam. The video quality is decent. Here I can surely say that the M2 would have better quality since it supports 1080p. But still, I'm not complaining. It does the job pretty well. Talking about performance, so it comes with Apple's own M1 Silicon. The base variant has 8-core CPU and 7-core GPU. Trust me, performance is better than any previous Intel MacBook Pros. Even though just 60Hz refresh rate, scrolling is super smooth and responsive. Especially when you're scrolling on your favorite website. It's amazing. Open multiple windows on Chrome without any lag, switching between apps, opening closing animations, it's buttery smooth. Also worth mentioning, the MacBook Air doesn't come with a fan, so it remains extremely silent. It comes with macOS Monterey right out of the box, which was really nice. I didn't need to update. Now my daughter primarily uses this laptop for 4 things. Surfing the web, which I can say the MacBook Air M1 aces in. Pages are quick to load, there's no lag, it's a delight. Next is Microsoft Office. Apps like Word, Outlook, PowerPoint, all of which by the way are available to download from the App Store, and they work brilliantly. All these apps are already optimized for Apple Silicon. Then she also uses a lot of GarageBand to create and record her music. And she connects a MIDI player and mic. But to tell you the truth, I have no clue about GarageBand. But I'll take her word for it, and she says it works like a breeze. And I can understand why. Apple apps that are made by Apple like Final Cut Pro, GarageBand are all made to work best with Apple Silicon. And like I said, Final Cut Pro, by the way, I edited this full video in 4K on this laptop, scrolling through the timeline, adding transitions and effects, cutting, pasting multiple timelines. I didn't experience any lag. It's truly unbelievable how well optimized this app is for the M1. Now for those who prefer Premiere Pro, yes, that too works on M1 Max. And from what I hear from my friends who use it, it works really well. Of course, this laptop is designed for just casual video editing. If you want that professional workflow, I suggest you invest in the M1 Pro MacBook Pro. Those are pricey, but the performance is next level. Then we also used Photoshop, and it worked equally well without any hiccups. And that's really surprising, unlike many Intel laptops where I've seen usually throttle, blazing fan noises, but the MacBook Air didn't seem to have any problem. Now battery life is one of the best you can expect on a laptop. Apple claims 18 hours, and I tested it, and trust me, I got 10 to 12 hours easily, and that too with browsing, watching movies and doing my office work. Of course, if you're going to do gaming, Photoshop, video editing, the battery life would be a lot shorter, but still I'd say very, very solid. It comes with 30-watt charging brick in the box, which is definitely not the fastest, but a couple of hours of charge and the juice is full. By now you must be thinking, is this the perfect laptop? Well, of course not. Firstly, limited ports, and secondly, the base storage is only 256 GB, which I can tell you fills really quickly. But for the performance, for the battery life that you get and the experience it offers, in comparison to the price you're paying for it, it's still one of the easiest to recommend laptops. Yes, you can go an extra mile and get the M2 MacBook Air as well, but if MagSafe and the design isn't a priority, then I'd say save some money and get the M1 instead. You can get the M1 MacBook Air for $89,990 and the M2 for $1,16,990 on Amazon. I'll leave the links for both in the description. If you'd like to buy one, you should definitely check it out. So I hope this video was helpful. If there are any questions, mention them down in the comments and I'll be happy to answer them all. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Until next time, cheers!